Hello ladies and gentlemen, subscribe Astro Sunder and press the bell icon. Today we are going to see monthly October 2019 horoscope for zodiac sign Taurus. October is going to bring you through a few hard frames of mind that you might not find very comfortable, but as you are a bull you know how to get through life's hardships head first. Libra season will find you feeling balanced and forward thinking at the beginning of the month. There will be easy days that are still filled with hard work, just not work that stresses you out. You will find friendships and conversations to be easier than ever, and it's important not to take that for granted. Everything will be making sense and going smoothly until about mid-October, when work will become more challenging, like your brain is fighting against molasses. You'll find yourself looking backward more at your past, things that happened that you may regret or worry about. This may seem intimidating, but it will be important to work through these things to move forward. It's not often obvious where we are going when we have to deal with things from our past, but it is certain we are going somewhere in these instances, and your journey is no exception to this month. Work will be a little bit more challenging in terms of workload most likely, and you may find some extra work coming your way for the first couple of weeks of October. Moving through the work will, overall, not to be too terrible. You'll feel very accomplished. It is important to take care of yourself during this time to escape burnout as well as the general overwhelming surge that may occur from taking on too much. Patience for your coworkers at this time will be very important, as you might feel they are not holding up their part of their job. Setting judgment aside and giving them the benefit of the doubt will make things easier for you in the long run, as it really will not change anything if you make any sort of deal out of it. If anything, it would reflect badly on you. As October 2019 progresses, you will find yourself having trouble concentrating solely on work and may fall slightly behind. It'll be difficult to ask for help when you need it, but if you are able to, it's a good idea at this time, as not only do you still have a lot of work, but you also have a lot going on inside your head right now, and pushing it aside every day will only work for so long. There will be days when it's easier to ignore than others, so be sure to listen to those patterns and not get too frustrated with yourself when it's difficult to handle everything happening all at once. Work will oftentimes be tempting to hide in, and it's important that you don't do that. Work/life balance is imperative to getting through this water season, where your feelings are going to still be there, and the more you ignore them and layer stress on top of them, the more they'll fester and eat through you. Sorry to use harsh language, but sometimes you've got to face things, even when they make you feel vulnerable and exposed. Socially, you will gradually be less on the reclusive side as October begins. You will find friends and family open to discussing things with you that make you feel comforted and like you're learning more about things you didn't think you would ever be privy to. Although self-care will still be very tempting, it'll be nice to socialize and get to explore your relationships. Romantically, you may be coming to a different understanding about your partner or the person you're interested in, which should show you what sort of path lies ahead for you together, or as it may be, apart. It's important to take these insights into consideration as you move forward through the month. Communication is the best at the start of the month, and anything you want to get across or figure out is best served during Libra season. Later in October, things will change. Friendships will become more intense. Conversations will shift. Questions will become more specific and probing. You will find yourself more apt to leave social occasions early and spend more time alone. It's good to still make strides toward talking to your friends and family right now, but stay aware that the communication that was once so open and forgiving is going to feel more like a door ceiling during an action movie, where you have to dive and roll to get through the door at the last second. If you aren't careful, you'll be banging on the door and not getting through to anyone. Assumptions will be jumped to faster, and gossip might pick up steam around this time as people project their own struggles and fears about themselves onto others. Be aware of this, and don't take too much to the heart during this time. It's important to be cautious when listening to tall tales in general, even if it's not particularly gossipy. Your inner self will be calm and balanced as the month begins, and you will find yourself enjoying a lot of outward stimuli that you might find overwhelming usually. It will be a good time to seek entertainment outside of your usual bubble. More pressure on the outside will not bother you much. You won't be too concerned with your inner thoughts and meditations at this time. This will change as the month turns to Scorpio season and you will have to reflect and look inward. There will be a lot of echoes from past events that will distract you from what's in front of you, and that's okay. It's important to deal with these things before you can move forward. This whole month will be important for you to deal with things you have neglected, be it outside, as the beginning of the month will encourage, or inside of you, which the latter half will promote. Listening to yourself should help you navigate through October successfully.